I think the money's in that. Oh, jeez, scare the crap out of me. Sorry, that's the way we start the feed, with me scaring the crap out of myself. Dropping things on my feet. What's up, Joe? Give me one sec, Joe. I'll be right back. I'm trying to mess everything up here. All right, here we go. All right, sorry about that. What's up, Sam? I'm good. How are you? How are things in Reno? Let's crack this. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. I had to get up and walk into the room for a sec. Is it cold? Did you guys get any snow yet? It's getting cold here in St. Louis, too. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me turn on this light. Oh, jeez. In the mountains. Ooh. All right, let's get rolling. It's getting late. It's getting late and I'm lazy. Still got to put up a post tonight about what we're doing tomorrow. So, Joe, what's going on with you? Anything fun, exciting? We know Sam is freezing to death. Are we good here? Are we good? So we need to be kind of on top of the P right here, I think. So let's be right on top of the P and see what happens. Are we good right on top of the P? We might be a skosh high, so maybe we need to be under the P a little bit. What?
What do you want done with this one? Because there's a ding in it.
So, hello, Betsy. Oh, did you really? Love Silver Dollar City. It's a great park. It is really a fun place to go. Jorge Alfaro out of 99. 94 out of 99. Yes, I was just talking to Annette about that we should make a trip down to Silver Dollar City at some point. For the winter. I think it'd be fun. Uh-oh. Little color for Rafael Devers. 25 out of 50, 22 out of 50. Hello, Alex. Welcome back. Yeah, you know, and it's good and it's not ridiculous expensive, which is nice. Okay. I want to talk to all of you. And so now I need some feedback. And you guys tell me what you think. I tried to talk to you about the earlier group. They weren't talking. But we got a more talkative group, I think, here. Juan Soto blue. Oh, it is numbered. Out of 75. Very nice. So I had a collection come in. All right. That yesterday, Joey Bart. And it is mostly junk wax era with a few bright spots. There's some unopened, there's a couple unopened sets of 89 Upper Deck. And some wax. There's like a 1990. There's 6 or 8 boxes of 1990 Fleer basketball that are in there. Those go for like 150 a piece. What's up, Bryce? And so there's some bright spots. But the cards themselves, it's clear that this guy did shows. Okay. And I didn't have the entire. It was the collection itself was in 2 different spots. Yeah, well, the unopened's pretty good though. But the cards, and there's a lot of them, are mostly junk wax. But the daughter, she and I talked, and she had more, and she wanted to bring it over today. I said, yeah, that's fine, bring it on over. But I asked her, I said, you know, was your dad a show dealer? She said, yeah, he did shows for a while. And I do have 2 display cases. I said, I'd love to have display cases too, if you don't mind bringing them over. She said, that's great. And I honestly, but I told her I don't understand that there's not genuinely not any stuff. I don't know how to describe it except it's Midland stuff. I mean, the basketball, there's 96, 97 in there, which is Kobe's rookie. Or is it 96, 97, 97? Anyway, it's whatever, either one. I looked them up, but there's no Kobe rookies. There's, you know, football that stops at 1999. Baseball that stops at 2000. You know, so just misses on all kinds of stuff. And probably already did, but the you know, and then she brought this stuff today, Gallo. And you know, I'm thinking, man, she's bringing over 2 display cases, and there's 4 more boxes, and it's just It's just so disappointing. Apparently no one has touched this stuff, and I don't know what to say to her. But it's like, you know, you would think that 89 Upper Deck there would be Ken Griffey Jr. There's no Ken Griffey Jr.'s. I mean, I'm sure there are. Hey, we hit that same Acuna earlier. I'm sure there are in the unopened stuff, and there's one set that's hand collated, but the Griffey is off-centered. Not horribly off-centered, but off-centered enough that it's, you know, noticeable. It's just so disappointing. Just so disappointing. So much promise. No, her dad up and died one day. And that's the thing is, and I'm going to talk to her about it, but her father, it was a sudden passing. And they just put everything away, I'm told. So I'm just going to have to ask. And I mean, do I still think it's probably worth a couple $1,000s? I do. I mean, there's enough unopened wax in there that, and sets and things that when you piece them out, you know, there's autographed baseballs in there. There's it doesn't make sense though. There's some nice pieces. Why would, if the guy was going to sell them all off, which this doesn't make any sense to me, why leave these unopened? There's probably, I think, 4 unopened 89 Upper Deck sets. There's an unopened box of, no. There's an unopened box of 89 Upper Deck. Not a sealed box, just an unopened box. There's, like I said, I think there's actually 12 boxes of the 91 Fleer basketball, which will sell all day, 125 to 150, which is fine. You know, so like there's pieces in there. There's pieces in there. 90 Leaf baseball. There's pieces in there. Man, it just doesn't make any sense though. Why there would be these other things and autographed baseballs. You know, some good names. Autographed baseballs, good names. Willie Mays. Couple of different Tony Gwynn's autograph balls. I just can't make heads or tails of what this is. You know, it just feels like you know, now this stuff's apparently been hanging around for 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. So I mean, I still think it's worth a couple of $1,000, but I just can't make heads or tails of why. I mean, clearly I feel like, and I said this to her, I just feel like, oh, first one, Gavin Lux for the Dodgers. I said I just feel like there's, you know, what should be there, and that's why I was hoping it was going to be in today's stuff. Should be there is not there, and that's a box of hits. You know what I'm saying? There's no, why would there be, and that's the only thing that makes sense is that there, you know, but why would there be no autograph cards? Why would there be no relic cards? Why would there be no, you know? Yeah, but then why would they not have taken it? The thing is, there's good stuff in there, and that doesn't make any sense. I was thinking that too, Joe, but it doesn't make any sense. Nobody would pass on 89 Upper Deck sealed sets. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to pass up on Sam Huff. That's nice. No one's going to pass up on Sam Huff. No one's going to pass up on an unopened box of 89 Upper Deck. Okay? No one's going to pass on those basketball boxes, unopened basketball boxes. No one's going to pass up on all those autographed baseballs. There's a lot of Hall of Fame autographed baseballs. No. Like I'm saying, Joe, it goes all the way to 2000 for the baseball. And basketball is in there. And football is in there. Up through 2099. So it just doesn't make any sense to me why there wouldn't be, where are the Kobe's? You know what I'm saying? Where are the King Griffey Jr. upper deck? Yeah, upper deck rookies. There's just, you know, there's just some things. It doesn't make any sense. On the one hand, it feels like that maybe somebody else got to it, and I would say that, except that some of the other things in here don't make sense. Yeah, but the other part that doesn't make sense to me, and I guess I'm going to ask the daughter, talk to the daughter again. I mean, the father just up and passed away one day. I mean, it wasn't, hey, another Kierstad. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing, is that somebody just, he had something somewhere that was just, I don't know. Maybe he had a separate container that was just the stuff he had at the shows. It just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense to me. There are bits and pieces that are good. There's an 81, 82 Topps hockey set. You know, I don't know. Maybe it, and there's 2 display cases. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing to put in the display cases. And that's the problem. That's the thing that just doesn't make any sense about this. In it to win it. Garrett Cole. So there's your. I mean, that doesn't make any, that part just doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah, they are. I mean, they're, you know, clearly, Alex, they've been hanging out for a while. But I wouldn't, you know, and there's a couple things that are, you know, in lesser condition that I would like, and the way that they were handled, there's like a run of older cards, but none of them are in sleeves, and the boxes had some, you know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I can't understand it. I've never had it. Maybe, and that's what just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I still would like to buy it. I think Cal Ripken Jr. I think the unopened wax. You know, there's like 20 sets. Seriously, like 20 sets of 2000 score baseball. Who on earth has 20 sets of 2000 score baseball? Or 1990 score baseball, maybe it is. 1990 score. And there's 1990 upper deck boxes. I just can't make heads or tails of it. And I feel bad. And I got to not feel this way, because this is counterproductive, because I kind of feel bad that there's not more out of 99 Josh Hader that I can go to her and say, you know, there's lots of value in this, and you know what I'm saying? And I can't. I mean, truthfully, the stuff she brought in today, I was like, man, I was going through there and I was excited. And then I came across the thing of baseballs, and I was like, all right, we have a couple of baseballs in here. But then there were also dud baseballs that, you know, old Cardinal guys. Joe, you'd probably have a field day with these things. But anyway, Joey Bart. Oh, jeez, I killed Joey Bart. I don't know. I mean, do I think it's still worth a couple $1,000s? Probably. You know, Ian Anderson, he was real big into the Stadium Club. What's the Stadium Club called? Not Premier Club, but like a Founders kind of a thing. You know, for Stadium Club, and there's a lot of sealed redemption sets and stuff. I don't know. I mean, they don't have a lot of value. I just wish I could make sense of it. And so I guess sometimes member's choice, that's it. I guess sometimes you just can't make sense of it, you know? There's just not a way to. You know, you got to take it for what it is. But I just feel like, I think what's bugging me now that I'm starting to talk out loud about it. I think what's bugging me is that I feel like somewhere are 2 or 3 shoe boxes filled with top loaders of hits that I am just missing out on. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to not miss out on them. I don't know. Because I asked her, I'm like, well, I mean, but she's not being dishonest. She brought me what she had, and if she kept some of it back, I mean, that's her business, right? You know, and so I'm buying what is here. I just really wish there was more here. Kettle Mart. I mean, I still want it, Austin Martin, but you know, yeah, that's it, Joe. I think that's what bugging me is that somewhere there's just something. The first lady who brought the first half of it, the first 80% of it, she clearly had no clue about anything. Nice as can be, but said this was everything that she could find at the house, and here it was. And I said, okay, thank you. And she was very nice about it. And when I talked to the daughter, you know, she seemed, you know, very upfront about it. There wasn't anything that I could point to that would tell me that she's being dishonest herself. But again, if she decided to keep stuff, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she decided to keep some stuff that were Sam Huff out of 25. That's nice. As mementos or something, you know? Well, again, and this is a problem with it, Nathan, is it there's stuff that if anyone who does this on a regular basis would never ever leave behind. They would never ever leave behind. And that's the part that is really throwing me, is that no one would come in and say, okay, no, I don't want all this unopened wax. You know? And that's the thing, is that why, okay, fine on the singles, and I can live with that. I mean, the thing is, good Lord, I'm 4 collections deep on stuff that I haven't even gone through yet. You know what I'm saying? So that part doesn't bug me. I just, you know, if that's the case, that's the case. But man, somewhere I feel like there's a box. But again, he didn't have anything. I was hoping that this guy was a vintage dealer, to be honest with you. And that I was going to walk into a bunch of old stuff. Man, my eyes were big. I was like, because, you know, old guy 15 years ago passed away. They put the stuff away. You know what I'm saying? But then when it started coming in, I saw junk wax. I was like, dang. Yes, that's it, Joe. That's it. And that's the part. Yeah, I honestly, this thing makes no sense to me. Unless he just, you know, I don't know. Dean Creamer, maybe he just didn't have it at the end, you know? Maybe there wasn't anything left, but he put a lot of money. He put a lot of money into stuff. 87 Fleer update sets. There's a bunch of them, and they're only like $10 a piece. 1990 Upper Deck. Man, this guy put a bunch of money into 1990 Upper Deck, but ain't a 1990 Upper Deck worth of crap, you know. He was just off, just by a little tiny bit, man. I had visions of Tom Brady's and you know, dancing through my head, and maybe some Kobe's, but just aren't there. I mean, just aren't there. You know, and then there's some miscellaneous wax, like he had bought some packs and opened them and stuck them in there, but there's like nothing. I don't know. That's the thing, is I don't understand how there can't be just randomly some stuff. But I mean, the only thing I can do is buy what is there, and I still want what is there. I mean, all those. There's a lot of sets there that are sealed sets, and even at $10 a piece, Bobby Witt. You know, if there's 50 of them, there's not. But I mean, it's still, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. And it just makes me sad too, you know. Mauricio Dubon. Honestly, it makes me sad. That's true, Sam. Maybe that's true. Maybe that is true. But this came from the guy who I made the deal with, that had that his father had passed away here a couple of weeks ago. And so he's called me a couple times when we talked about it, and you know, I just don't know what to tell him. You know, and he's like, "What does it look like?" And I said, "Man, a bunch of junk wax." And it is a bunch of junk wax. I mean, you know, and he knows that I was as honest as could be, you know. And again, every single time we talk, he's like, "You know, you could have taken me, and you know, I could have taken him. I could have told him $2,000 and it'd have been no big deal." No, I mean, I don't, Joe. I don't. What's going on?
Yeah, I finished with everything with the tournament and everybody left, so.
Want to help them sort these up?
Well, they're still bagging on one table and Ian's sorting on the other.
Yeah, we got the
sleeve thing.
The game room.
Need done.
Yeah. There you go. There's a start.
Of sleeves.
Yeah, sleeve them. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I don't, Joe, but I want the other stuff. And and I'm not going to pick and choose. I mean, that's not fair to them to say, "Okay, here, I'll take all this, and you guys take your junk back." You know, I'm just not built like that. If I'm going to buy it, I'm going to offer it to all of them. But I really want somebody to say, "Hey, look at we were wrong. Look, we found this." I mean, they brought in 2 display cases. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just got to chalk it up to, you know, buy what is there. Buy what is there. Truthfully, I mean, you know, upper deck sets go for a couple $100 a piece, something like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, but there are autographed baseballs. There's probably a total of 24 autographed baseballs. Maybe a little, maybe 30. Josh Fleming. And 1 or 2 decent names. I mean, a lot of names that, you know, Juan Gonzalez. Why are there so many Juan Gonzalez autographed balls? And who wants them? 15 years ago? Maybe. Cronenworth. I don't know. Yeah, I mean that, you know, I mean, that's pretty good. There's some unopened hockey in there. William Contreras, that's not bad. I mean, the boxes go for, would you? Okay. I mean, I don't, you know, I just want there to, I guess maybe I'm disappointed because I wanted there to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to get out of there. That's the problem, Joe. None of them have certificate of authenticity. Now, do I believe they are all legit? I do. I've been around long enough to know the autographs of these guys, to be comfortable with buying them. But that's the problem, is that if I'm gonna do anything, do I get COAs? Do I just, you know, hey, sorry guys, there's not gonna be one. Jake Cronenworth. But my personal guarantee, should be enough for most people. You know, you ever find out it's not, 100% refund. I guess so. But on the heels of that collection from the last guy, I just wanted it to be, you know. And there's another collection that I really, really want, George Brett, that I really, really want, that doesn't look like it's going to come to fruition. But what are you going to do? Look at that. Dalton Jeffries. I really do believe there's somewhere there's a box. There's a tub. A lot of things came in tubs. There's a tub that's hanging out somewhere that somebody didn't open up and go look at and say, ooh, we should have taken that too. But I'm going to talk to the daughter again, maybe tomorrow, and just let her know, look, I've gone through the last 4 tubs, and you know, if anything else jumps out, I mean, why would you have display cases? Why would you have 2 perfectly good display cases and have nothing to put in them? It just bewilders me. I am befuddled. All right. Crochet. But there are things that I can get into, you know. Yeah, maybe, but you know the way the story is from the family, he just up and had a heart attack one day and passed away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, who knows what happened before then? Maybe he was getting old and decided to, you know, get rid of some stuff. And I mean, this guy bought unopened cases, 1990 Upper Deck, and went through some of the boxes. Ratty Telez out of 25. There's 90-91 French hockey. I forget which one. I don't know. Okay, Brian Hayes. That's a nice one. So I'll let you guys know. I mean, I was honest with her about it. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to make them a fair offer. If they don't want it, honestly, I'm going to be like, okay. But if they do, it's just my son said, where on earth are we going to put that giant pile of stuff? I'm like, I have no idea. If there's 90 Leaf Max, I just, you know, I looked through everything. I did find a couple, but you know, I think there's 2 sets of 90 Leaf hand collated sets. I mean, I just nothing that I would expect. I don't know how to say it. Those go with it. Just but I'm going to make him a fair offer. Keegan Aiken, because I do want, oh, I'm sure there are Fleer Joey Bells in there. What percent? You know, generally speaking, Joe, if we're gonna flip them on eBay, which is what a lot of this stuff would happen. I mean, we're usually in that 60% range. That's our ideal. If there are things that I feel like we can flip faster, that are a little bit higher, I'll pay 70%. Braxton Garrett. So you know, if the guy came in with a big boatload of, you know, if there were 10 Ken Griffey Jr. rookies in there, then they're all in good shape. I mean, I'm definitely paying 70% because I know I can flip those pretty quick. But we're usually in that 60% range. And if I'm going to err, I'm going to err on the side of being a little bit higher. Yeah, I know, but that, you know, all I can say about this is, all I can say about the way that I handle things is I feel very strong about the way that I should handle things, and I don't deviate from that. You know? Yeah, I will, Betsy. I will. Well, I can tell you right now, it's 9091. Hey, Katie, go over there and see what that unopened hockey case is. You can't miss it.
Where?
It's on the other side with that stuff that came in. You can't miss it. It's French. Tejada.
You should be able to read it. It's French.
eBay does take 50. That's why I'm at, you know, with the 13% plus, I call it always 14% on eBay. Plus you got to pay for shipping. You know, that usually works itself out to about 20%, give or take. You know, and then the other 20%, right? The other 20% is where really our margins are at.
Two things. One, do you know the year of hockey? And two,
it's a big case of hockey cards. You can't miss it.
That case.
So, you know, I mean, 90 upper deck. It's just, it's not worth, you know what I'm saying? Devin Williams, Devin Dummy. You got to spend the rest of your life thinking, man, if I wouldn't have smashed my hand on there in happiness, would we be in the World Series right now? Oh, none, Joe. None. And those kind of things, and that's what we talked about that. If there's things in there that's going to be, to me, that are bulk, and those 90 score sets are bulk. I'm not paying for bulk. And we already talked about that, and that's something I'm honest with everybody about. I'm not paying for your comments. I will take your comments with the rest of the stuff if we're going to make a deal. I don't mind doing that, but I'm not paying for bulk. If we want to make that kind of a deal, I'll go through and take out what I want. You know what I'm saying? So no. So believe me, there's not a penny that I'm going to pay for all those commons and stuff. Nah, no. Because all that's going to do is sit there, and ain't nobody buying no 1990 score set. They sell for $5 a piece. You know, who's going to buy them? Maybe at Christmas time I'll sell one or two. You know? Yes. Yeah, you're right, Betsy. And that's what I'm talking about, too. 60% would be for things that I know that I can move. Right. Yeah. So I guess I should have qualified that statement.
Me nor Landon can find it.
Oh, my goodness. Franco, out of 99. It's genuinely right in the front. Hey, get your mom. Or get me Ian.
There's nothing unopened. That's what.
Okay, I'm sorry.
confused.
It's a case. It's a big giant case, and it's hockey.
I know, but there's one. The only thing I found that's hockey is open.
Right. Okay, but I never said. I meant the boxes inside are unopened. The case itself was open.
I thought you meant
No. 9091 what? But yeah, so I should qualify that. Yeah, the stuff that's not worth the crap, I'm not paying for at all. Now, if it were older, you know, if we're talking about 60 singles and stuff like that, I'm going to pay something for those because those have some value. But 99% of the bulk, there's no value in that. It's 91 Pro Set, 91, 92 Pro Set Series 1, Betsy.
you want me to go put it back?
Yeah. And it's the French. It's the French version. 91-92 Pro Set Series 1, the Frenchy version. And as old as beat up as that box is, it might kiss you, but it would be a nasty kiss. So you don't want to French that box. But it is Canadian. I know. I mean, it is the French version, which has a little bit more value. Stanton. Ryan Jeffers. '91-92 Pro Set. Was it 91-92 Pro Set?
Yeah.
91-92 Pro Set. I will, Max. See, those are the kind of things, though, that should be, you know, there should be a top loader somewhere that has something like that, and there's just not. Mickey Moniak. I don't understand how there could just be genuinely no relics or autographs or anything in there. Autographed balls, but I mean autographed cards. I don't know. What does 91-92 Pro Set Hockey go for, the French version? But I'll tell you, that's one of the benefits of having a... That's one of the benefits of having the shop, though. You know what I'm saying? People with the walk-ins are... There's apparently another lady that has a box of cards. $15 a box for the French version? Man, that sucks. So now you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'd love to do that, Joe. But I just Yerman Mercedes. But like I said, I'm not paying for bulk. And that's 90% bulk. And this guy was big into phantom error cards, which is the weirdest thing in the world. You know, just because a card has an error on it doesn't make it an error card if it was never corrected. It's just the card that happens to be wrong. Bolaños. So I don't know. So now I got to do the tough thing. I got to figure out what I want to offer Do I believe there's $4,000 in value there? You know, I think if I picked every little thing out of there, there probably is. Jose Garcia for the Reds. So then what do I offer? Woo, $15 a set. Well, it is what it is. I kept looking for that thing, you know what I'm saying? That diamond in the rough that I could say, ooh. But man, it just never came. It just never came. With that one I just bought from the guy with the Trout rookies, you know. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be another collection, though. That's the thing I've got to start doing a better job with, Joe. Nat and I were talking about that. I have to start doing a better job of making sure I'm getting things listed. And we're going to up our show game a lot, Kim. I would like to do shows, at least 2 shows a month. Honestly, I'd be okay with doing shows every single weekend. Sixto Sanchez, that's nice. I want to move stuff because you're right, 100%. Stuff sitting here on the shelf doesn't do me any good. I got singles coming out of my ears. Even in that other collection I bought, you know, the first one, with the Trouts and stuff, they're just, you're disappointed because you just miss. You just miss stuff. Luke out of 49.
Doing the rest of those two?
What?
All of them?
Yeah. I want to give me 10 minutes in between. Tristan McKenzie, 99 out of 99. Jesus. Hello, Joey Bart. But I got a couple irons in the fire, for collections and stuff, so I just need them to, pan out. And that's not always as easy as you would think it would be. The problem is, like Joe mentioned earlier, everybody thinks everything they have is worth a fortune, and it is not, And then immediately, nah, no eBay tonight. We haven't had any eBay for a month. And then immediately, people get their dander up or start, you know, they get suspicious of things, and then because everybody thinks they have everything that's worth stuff. Daz Cameron is a tiger, you know, which is exasperating. Even if you show it to them, even if you show them what things actually sell for, they're like, you know. So whatever. Hold on one sec. Hello. Right in the middle of the live feed. That's all right. Is everything good? All right. I'll call you back. All right. Bye. Pulling magic off the shelf? Did I say that? What was it in context to? I don't think I said that, but I do from time to time just babble. Mike Trout. Oh. Oh, Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Well, you know what? I don't want to sell it in the shop anymore. And so we're, you know, I was talking to Kevin about it. I'd like to find somebody. I want to keep my numbers because it helps me with my overall numbers. But I don't want to sell Magic the Gathering in the shop anymore. So we're going to do it online only, or if I can find somebody who is willing to take it, you know, someone who will consistently take it, it's not a huge amount, then I would work something out with someone so they can take it and, you know, see what they can do. And because I'm just not real keen on, Magic. We have some places around here that effectively make you Ian Anderson at a 49. If you're going to do Magic tournaments, that you're going to be doing them all at a loss in order to compete with these guys. You know. Oh no, we're still doing Flesh and Blood, which is the product that we are into. And we're doing Pokemon now, and Pokemon has been killing it pretty good for us. But it's Magic that I'm just not a big fan of it. You know, I haven't been for a long time. I don't like the way that they do it. They sell it themselves, you know, on Amazon, you know, and it's a loss leader for tournaments. So I don't want to deal with it. And but again, I like the overall numbers that it gives us, which is why I don't have a problem with keeping it and flipping it to somebody, you know. Well, it always depends upon how much we're talking about. I mean, that's always the bottom line. Out of 99, Kim for the Cardinals. But I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty good at making things worth people's while when we're making some kind of deal, you know. But I just want somebody who'll take it for, you know, I honestly, not much more than what we paid for it. And then they pay for shipping so I don't lose any money. But somebody who's going to take it consistently, because I don't want it. And that's the problem, is getting somebody who is going to take it consistently. Well, no, I don't have to. No, because my allocations, Betsy, are small. On the one coming up, I think the most I have is 6 boxes of something, you know, and it's things aren't expensive. So we're talking about, for someone who wants it, Tejada, it would not be a big investment. It would not be a big investment, but they would get the stuff, you know, as soon as it comes to me, I just send it to them. That's what I want to do. Hey, we have this, and that coming up, you know, and then move it. And be done with it. Because I can tell you on the next one, well, I'll give you numbers, Betsy. So I'll give you an idea, so you just have an idea. But on the next one, again, there's nothing huge or expensive about what we're doing, because I don't do rebuys. So when they say, "Hey, Dune, do you want your allocated number?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And that's what we do. Pokemon, we're gonna keep pushing pretty hard on. And another one. Alec Bohm. Look at that. Rookie autograph. I'll take that for the Phillies.
But I'm gonna take off.
Okay. See you on Friday.
Friday?
Yeah. We're not gonna be here on Friday. So I just the big thing is going to be having another body at the shop.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Friday and Saturday.
Yep. It's per weekend, so I watch Jaylene during the day, but I'll be here at night.
Okay. Well, there is no direct for Magic. It's all distributor. There is no direct with Magic. I think there used to be, but not anymore. Yeah, to me, the first one who agrees to it is the one who gets it. Again, I just want someone who's going to be consistent. I don't want wishy-washy out of 49. I don't want I don't really like that one, because that immediately, you know, that's life. We made an agreement, and you stick by your word and I stick by mine. Because if something comes out and it's going to be a killer, and we know it's going to be a killer, I'm still going to send it to whoever gets it at whatever we agreed upon, because that's what we agreed upon. I'm a very much a handshake kind of guy. My word is always going to be my bond. Chaz Chisholm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think what I'm talking with our allocations numbers, Betsy, it would be a comfortable long-term hold. We're never going to have 5 cases of this or 10 cases of that. Daz Cameron. Didn't we already have Daz Cameron? You know what I'm talking about? It's going to be like the collector's boxes. I think one of them I have like 4 collector's boxes, and you know, those kind of things. So enough that would be comfortable to hold it. You know what but not so much that you'll be like, "Oh man, I can't take 20 boxes of this," because there's never going to be that. I'm just never going to push it to be that. Brandon Crawford. Oh no, less than that. Seriously, we're talking probably $500 a release. You know, $500 to $700 a release. I don't even think we're going to get to $1,000. I mean, I'll send you a message to let you know for sure, but it's honestly, you know, it would be if you're looking to hold, it would be a comfortable hold, and it's like 4 times a year, 3 times a year they put out a product, so we're not talking every month. They just called me the other day and asked if I wanted. I haven't looked at the numbers, but there was nothing in there that sounded like it was anything of any consequence as far as big numbers wise. Wheelie. Oh, Austin. I had a good conversation today with a guy. I picked up 3 cases of Heritage Miners from him today, and I also picked up 6 cases of Topps Update Jumbos, which was good. And so he sounds like somebody who's going to be able to consistently get me the volume of product that I need. So that's a good thing. Also made a connection with someone who does Stever, who has a very large retail business, and we had a good conversation about my needs and what he might be able to do. So it looks like we're going to be able to do some things that I want to do with product, things that I can't get into, like Garbage Pail Kids. Gonzalez. Bobby Dahlbeck red. That's a nice one. And more soccer. Everyone's freaked out about the future. The distributors know they're dead. Whatever happens where Fanatics is concerned, the distributors know where the big 3 sports cards are. They're going to get cut out. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind they're getting cut out. So that is their bread and butter. So I think that's going to be one of the big changes. I think is if it does come down to Fanatics, not yet, Joe. Haven't done anything with those yet. I'm gonna wait till after we get back from the show. If anything does happen where Fanatics is concerned, I think it's going to be a direct to dealer kind of a scenario, because they already have the infrastructure set up for that, and the distributors know. They know. Things could change in the next 2 years. I mean, we've got 2 years before anything major happens. But they know. Hey, look at that. Dylan Carlson. They know. Yeah, I don't feel bad for him at all. I don't feel bad for him at all. I feel bad for the guys who are going to lose their job. But you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of unhappy people at the end of that, where the Fanatics are concerned. But I think the people are going to be unhappy are the ones who are shady now. I was actually talking to the guy that I'm going to start buying from regular baseball from, hobby from on a regular basis. And we were just talking about that, just that topic of shady people. And, you know, I think the ones who are the most shady are going to be the ones who are going to lose the most. Ryu. Maybe we'll do something with, I don't know. We can't really do anything with update now. Could have got it ahead of time. Solano. Monty Harrison. Monty. Miami Marlins. We'll see. I mean, we might not make it. They might decide that they're gonna just go direct to consumer with everything. If they do that, I mean, we're kind of toast, you know. What can you do? We'll just have to wait and see how things fall.
You need me in the kids here. Ian's sorting. Denise is saving.
Know why you ready to take them home?
Oh, yeah, when
Well, or you could just stay in bed and I can come up there tomorrow morning. All right. A bunch of them, man. There's a bunch of them.
Do you have enough porchata?
Probably not, but that's okay.
If I stop and get myself a drink of the lake.
McGill Cabrera out of 25. Yeah, but probably not a big one.
Okay.
Medium.
Alright. You want anything else?
Nah.
Okay. See you then.
Cabrera out of 25. I am surprised at how many people in this hobby are happy when they con somebody out of something.
Rodriguez is done.
Rodriguez?
No, Rodriguez.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, Pujols. I'm sorry, Pujols.
Albert Pujols is done.
Yeah, not Rodriguez.
You know, and that's sad to me. Alec Bone. How many people are happy that they cheat somebody and like run around high-fiving people? You know, there was somebody at the last show who was doing that. Dude, look what I just got from that guy. And I'm like, what'd you pay for it? And it was way under. And I'm like, man, did he even know what he had? No, dude, not really. So you kind of conned him out of it? Well, it's not my fault. Jorge Mateo.
Do you want us to leave?
Padres. No, you guys can take him.
Okay.
Unless you want, unless your mom needs you to leave him.
I was gonna ask another question, but
What?
It's about a movie that I want to see if I can buy off Prime Video.
What movie?
It's an anime movie.
All right, we'll talk about it. No, it's not the whole business. I think there's good people in it. I don't do that ever. I keep my word even when it costs me money. I keep my word even when it, you know. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you can be honest with people and be straight with them about it and still make the sale. But it was a Herbert rookie patch auto. I don't know. It was numbered or something. I just was disgusted with it. Listening to him talk about how he conned somebody for an expensive card. So I was like, whatever, dude. Dude, check it out. You're just coming up to strangers and like, you know, get out of here. Pavin. Yeah, you do feel dirty. You're right, Joe. You do feel dirty. You do feel dirty. Unfortunately, it's from the people around you. I had a guy, one of the first shows we did had a lot of older basketball that I was very interested in. I made him a fair offer. And he balked at it, you know, was giving me the it's worth way more. And then I pointed out a few cards that he had that were way overpriced for what they were, for the condition they were in. He had a oh my goodness, Pete Maravich rookie, and in condition is worth about $100. He had 400 on it. And you know, and then he's acting like I'm wasting his time. Next show he comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, you still interested in the basketball?" And I was like, "No, not really. I think I could come down to." I'm like, "No, dude. I mean, honestly, I gave you a fair offer and you acted like somebody was killing you. And now you come back to me because you need to sell something at the show. Man, you're talking to the wrong person. Go do something. I ain't never gonna buy anything from that dude ever. Ever. If he came up to my table and told me he was starving to death and his kids were starving to death, would I buy his cards? And he brought his kid with him, and his kid was skin and bones and genuinely starving to death. That is the only scenario in which I might do it, and I wouldn't do it for him. I'd do it for his kid. I don't know. I don't think so. See, those guys that are flipping on YouTube, I don't think they're trying to cheat anybody. I don't think they are. I watch several of them. You know, I think that they're doing their work. They're in the hustle, but they're not selling to other people that are walking around the show. They're selling to dealers. So if you're a dealer and you don't know what you're buying, you know, I mean, you know, 2 more after this one. You should know. You should know. To me, it's different if you're selling to a dealer because you have the ability to say no than someone else who goes the other way. You know? You should know. You should know. I mean, truthfully, if someone came up to mine and I'd be like, yeah, dude, hold on. I'm going to comp it myself. And then I'm going to go, eh. If somebody walks up just because they stick a camera in their face and you've seen them on YouTube before and then they try to get you to buy something and you do something dumb, well, it's on you. Don't do something dumb. Be like, dude, I don't care if you get the camera out of my face and stop trying to get me to do a deal I don't want to do. You know, trying to talk a dealer down on price. Man, I've done that how many times? That money that I spent buying that guy's collection, buying his whole table out. You know, we went back and forth a bunch. And he wanted way more than what I was willing to do. So, but we finally came down to it and dealt with it. Mike Trout. Crochet. But I enjoy those. I mean, I don't, you know. What about guys that flat out tell a dealer? Well, again, you're a dealer, though. I mean, if you're a dealer buying, you should know better. If you set up at a show and you don't know any better, you know, that's kind of on you. To me, it doesn't go both ways. To me, if you're going to sell at a show, this is just to me. I'm not saying for anybody else. I feel like I have an obligation to be honest with people about what I'm doing. And I have to also be smart enough to know when somebody's trying to come up to my table and trying to con me. If I don't, then shame on me. Yeah, it's a dealer's choice. Don't sell. You know, if you let somebody stick a camera in your face and then you're willing to sell your card because they stick a camera in your face, man, I'm bringing a camera to every single show from now on. I'm never going to actually be recording anything. I'm just going to be like, hey, dealer. Let's give all of my people out there a shout out. What is your name? who are you on Instagram? And, you know, can I get that $500 card for $150? All of my people watching would really like it if you'd sell it to me. No, I wouldn't do that, but it'd be fun to do it, man. You know, it'd be fun to get to that point. Okay, sucker, I don't want your stuff. Quit trying to be so easy on people. I genuinely feel bad though, and that is part of my problem. That's why I'm not good at this game, Keikel. On the one hand, I am never going to make the giant score of buying a collection for $50 that turns out to be worth $500,000. That's never going to happen to me because I could never pay somebody $50. if I knew the collection was worth it. And you know, that's just never going to happen. McKinstry. But on the other hand, I can always fall asleep at night knowing that I've done the right thing. And I would rather fall asleep knowing that I've done the right thing than I would be like laughing myself to sleep because I conned some old lady out of her husband's collection, you know? Skip that. There ain't enough karma in the world to make up for that kind of stuff. And I don't feel bad for those guys at all. German Marquez. You shouldn't be out there conning people. And you get what you get. And I don't feel bad for people who do that stuff at all. You're saying in terms of what, Joe? What you buy? You're saying like buying at an auction, that kind of thing? Well, I get it. And again, at a garage sale scenario, you know, I have paid more at a garage sale than what they've had there. But, you know, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, those kind of situations, maybe just a little bit of homework would have helped you. You know, before you sold them. But again, I'm not saying how anybody does anything. That's up to them. I'm just saying that for me. Daniel Johnson, yes, for the Indians. Right. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the hustle. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with the hustle. I'm saying what it is for me, you know. And again, I've been to garage sales too, and I'd be like, man, you're selling that way cheap. Yeah, I know. I just want to go. Okay, I'm paying for it. Here you go. We'll see ya. You know. All right. But for me, I think it's a different scenario. Someone comes up to me at a show or they come into my shop, you know. Or I buy something at an auction. When I went to that last auction, I bought up all that vintage. I didn't feel bad for anybody else. They all knew what it was worth. Bid. You don't want to bid? I'm taking it all. And I did. It was funny. I was at a show. I genuinely did that at one auction. There was a whole bunch of vintage, and I bought it. I bought it, all of it. And one guy, we were at a show talking. He said, you know, he said, dude, you're a really nice guy. And I said, oh, I appreciate you saying that. He said, there's only one time I didn't like you. And I'm like, there was? What did I do? And he said, we were at this auction together. It was a Thornhill auction. And you bought everything. I was like, sometimes you just got to do that, you know. He's like, I don't think the regulars appreciated that. And I was like, well, you know, part of that was me, you know, making sure the regulars knew who I was for the next time. Because maybe me doing that one time will keep them from bidding on something the next time. You know? All right, guys, last box mojo. But my situation, Joe, I overpaid for that stuff, but I was making a statement. And it worked. The statement worked. But what I'm talking about, though, in a nutshell, Joe, would be people walking into my shop selling stuff. You know, an old lady comes in and she has her husband's collection, and I don't know what anything is worth. And me saying, well, I'll be honest with you, man, these things suck. And there's a 52 mantle sitting, you know what I'm saying? And those are the situations I'm talking about. And listening to people celebrate after they con somebody, you know, I'm never going to do any business with them. there are situations where things are just what they are, and I think garage sales are one of those. And I try to do my best to, you know, talk to people about it. And if they're like, yeah, I know, but it's fine, we just want to go, I'm like, okay, well, I've done what I can do. At an auction, it's every man for himself, every person, sorry, for themselves. And Casey Mai is very nice. You know what? If I outbid you, it belongs to me. Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely they do, Joe. Absolutely. 100% they do. And that's on them. And I do believe that you reap what you sow. And I think... Ah, man, I thought we had something there. I think those people get what they deserve in life. I really do. What's up, Kevin? I think those people, they are unhappy, and they're always looking for somebody to cheat them, worried about who's going to cheat them. 19 out of 25. And anybody who's been around this hobby at any length of time knows that. You know, those guys who cheat other people are so worried about everybody cheating them. It's because your butt's worried about, you know, you would do the same thing to them. And so you can't relax because everybody's cheating you because you're a cheat. Everybody's trying to con you because you're a con. Kevin, anytime you come in is the right time. You know that. Anytime you come hang out with us is a good time. So maybe if you weren't a con artist, maybe if you would try honesty every once in a while, then everything would be better for you. Be straight with people. Yeah, they're always worried about it. And there's, you know, you see them at the shows. I mean, if you go to shows at all, you see them. I know dealers who are that way. They are so worried about it. They want you to give them a deal, but man, then you want them to give you a deal, and they're like, I don't think so. All right, boobich, you know. Can you give me 15% off comp? And then you come and say, hey, remember when I gave you 15% off comp? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it with that card. Can't do it with that card. But with this beat up old junky card that isn't worth anything, man, here you go. We'll do that for you. Huh, wonder why we're getting, you know? And I am truly and genuinely afraid of the consequences. I really am. I don't have a problem in the world saying this. Again, I'm not going to get all deep and philosophical about my religious beliefs, my faith. I don't have religious beliefs. I have faith. My faith, because I know people don't like it, but that's why I am here. And that's the way I walk it and deal with it. And that's by faith. And so I am not wanting this to come crashing down on me because I decided that I was going to start doing things different than what I know I'm supposed to do. Jorge Mateo. Man, what is this? Last case, everybody's going to double up? Mateo is a Padre, right? And so I am obligated to do things a certain way. Is it always going to be perfectly the way that I want it to be? It is not. But it's always going to be my best effort to be straight with everybody all the time. You know? I don't want to go run and weigh my wax because I want people to pull big hits out of my wax so they come back. You know? I've had people ask me at the shows, do you weigh your wax? I'm like, no. No. Has this been opened and resealed? No, buy it, open it. If it doesn't say what it's supposed to, what's not in there, I mean, get your money back. I had a guy right there at a show a couple shows ago. He's like, these look resealed. I said, buy the box. Buy the box, open it up. If you don't get your one autograph out of the box, then I'll give you your money back. Open it up, there's your autograph. Okay, thanks, we'll see you. Ian Anderson. So I don't know. That guy tries to con other people. So I just conduct myself the best way I can. I mean, that's all we can all do, right? We just have to handle things the best way we know how. Be as honest as you can about things, and the rest will take care of itself. I figure if somebody has to cheat me, what are you gonna cheat me out of? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Because you do it to me one time, never gonna happen again. That's the guy who's burned others. That's the problem with a guy like that. That's the guy who weighs his boxes. I had a guy come in and wanted to sell me some old Pokemon packs, and I really wanted them until he started saying, well, and I've weighed them, and they weigh 2 point whatever grams. And I'm like, what does that mean? I'd never heard of that. And he's like, oh, let me show you on eBay. And he showed me on eBay, and all these people are weighing their packs and posting what the weight is, like it's supposed to be heavier and they're supposed to be a good hit. I'm like, dude, I don't want your stuff. And he's like, you don't want it? And I'm like, no, because, I'm not going to go weigh every single pack. I mean, that's just dumb. I wanted to buy these things because they're cool to have, not because you've weighed it and you believe there's a hit and I should, He hasn't come back. What are you going to do? Weigh your stuff and then come and, hey, it's all weight. Hey, you want to buy all these? It's like buying boxes from people who go buy them retail. I don't do that. There are shops around here that do. Joe, if you ever want to know, I'll let you know. And, whatever. It's on you. All right, let's go out of 99, Yerman Mercedes for the White Sox. Padres redemption of Jorge Mateo. Bubich, Kansas City Royals. Real Muto out of 25 for the Phillies. Casey Mize autograph, that's nice. Dustin May out of 99 for the Dodgers. Daniel Johnson for the Indians. German Marquez out of 99 for the Rockies. Zach McKinstry for the Dodgers. Leody Taveras, Texas Rangers. J.P. Crawford out of 49 for the Seattle Mariners. Trevor Rogers autograph for the Miami Marlins. Olivares for the Kansas City Royals auto. Pavin Smith auto for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Look at Mateo again for the Padres. Miguel Cabrera out of 25 for the Detroit Tigers. Monty Irvin autograph for the Miami Marlins. You know what? At the end of the day, you just got to decide what kind of person you want to be. And you do the best you can. Dylan Carlson autograph for Joe and the Cardinals. Stever for the White Sox auto. Monty Harrison out of 99. Miami Marlins. No one's perfect, but you can do the best you can all the time. Jake Cronenworth for the San Diego Padres. Daz Cameron for the Tigers. And let me just say that if right now you're offended by what I'm saying, I kind of know where you fall. Randy Arozarena out of 49 for the Tampa Bay Rays. For the Phillies, Alec Boehm redemption. That's a nice one. Anderson Tejada. I don't think anybody in here talking is offended. I think it'd be somebody who's happens to be watching the feed. Let me qualify that. Texas Rangers. Kim for the St. Louis Cardinals, though they're probably already gone. Ian Anderson out of 49 for the Atlanta Braves. Mike Trout. That was a nice red. For the Tigers, Daz Cameron redemption. Tristan McKenzie out of 99 for the Cleveland Indians. Those need to be sleeved, wherever Dooney's at. Luke Voigt out of 49 for the New York Yankees. Sixto Sanchez autographed Miami Marlins. Jose Garcia autographed Cincinnati Reds. Ronald Bolaños for the Kansas City Royals. I had a guy who called me the other day. Gosman, he said, I have a bot that's working overtime. Will you buy some of my retail? I'm like, no. You're in Mercedes, but you can do that, though, and be honest, Joe. I just don't believe that you have to be dishonest to look out for yourself. Yerman Mercedes for the White Sox. Mickey Moniak for the Phillies, and I don't believe that about you either. I think you're an honest guy. Does the best he can. Ryan Jeffers, Minnesota Twins. Franco out of 99 for the... Who are you for? Baltimore. Devin Williams for the Milwaukee Brewers. Braxton Garrett for the Miami Marlins. Baltimore Orioles, Keegan Aiken, sorry. Rowdy Tellez out of 25 for the Toronto Blue Jays. Luis Severino out of 99 for the Yankees. It's hard to do both. What? Look out for yourself and be honest? I don't know. Dalton Jeffries, Oakland A's. William Contreras, Atlanta Braves. Again, I think you just do the best you can. You know what I'm saying? Josh Fleming, Tampa Bay Rays. Kyle Seager out of 49 for the Seattle Mariners. Christian Javier, Houston Astros. Dean Creamer for the Baltimore Orioles. Shane Bieber out of 99 for the Cleveland Indians. Sam Huff out of 25 for the Texas Rangers. Dylan Cease, Chicago White Sox. Autograph. Josh Hader out of 99 for the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't think you purposely go around trying to cheat people, right? You don't do that. Cal Ripken Jr., Baltimore, out of 99. In it to win it, that's a case hit. Garrett Cole for the Yankees. Heston Kierstad for the Baltimore Orioles. Sam Huff for the Texas Rangers. Gavin Lux, redemption for the Dodgers. And then out of the Ben Baller box, Chris Davis out of 75 for the Oakland A's. Acuna Green, it doesn't have a number, but I'm guessing it's 99. Joey Gallo, whatever this is called, rocket ship. I don't know what it's called. Out of 75, we have Andrew McCutchen. Juan Soto is out of 75. That's kind of a cool looking card. Yeller out of 50. Rafael Devers, and out of 99, Jorge Alfaro for the Miami Marlins. Tomorrow is going to be, I'll post something tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do Heritage Minor League. Heritage Minor League tomorrow. Then we're going to do another Heritage Minor on Thursday, but we're also going to sell the Friday breaks of Update because I'm going to have to, we will not be here to do any breaks Friday night or Saturday. Like I said, the pushback made us have to do things a different way. So we're actually going to break 6 days next week. We're going to break Monday through Saturday to kind of make up for it. So there you go, guys. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for the conversation. Love it, love it, love it. So the Cardinals will probably be cheap, Joe. Cardinals will probably be cheap. You're talking about in Update or Heritage Minor. But either way, I'll get something listed tonight so we know what's going on tomorrow, and then we will start breaking. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. Thank you for talking to me about the collection as well. You guys make a lot of sense. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.